This is the answer key for the Chapter 1 and 2 practice test, starting with question number 1. So you want to combine the like terms on the left side of the equal sign. So 6r and 3r is 9r. And then bring down the 12. Subtract 12 from both sides. You have 9r equals 0. So when you divide both sides by 9, you still get 0. Number 2. On the left side of the equal sign, you have like terms, so combine them. You've got 17n equals 17. Divide both sides by 17. So n is 1. All right, number 3. On the left, we've got some distributing to do. So draw your rainbows if you need to. 6 times 4x is 24x. 6 times 2 is 12. Bring down the rest. And then you've got some combining like terms to do. So 12 minus 2 is going to be 24x plus 10. Subtract the 10 from both sides. And then you have 24x equals negative 168. When you divide both sides by 24, you actually get negative 7. Check it on your calculator if you don't believe me. All right. Example, or number 4. So we're going to distribute on the right side of the equal sign this time. So negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. Negative 3 times 5n is negative 15m. And then 5 more. So on the right, our like terms are the negative 12 and the 5. So bring down everything else. That would be negative 7 minus 15m. So you're going to add your 7 to both sides. That gets you to negative 75 equals negative 15m. So when you divide both sides by negative 15, it actually goes in there 5 times. All right, jumping down to problem number 5. We've got distributing on the right, or distributing on the left and on the right. So 6 times 6p is 36p. 6 times negative 4 is negative 24. Over here, we've got 6 times 7p, so 42p. And 6 times 4 is 24. I've got some like terms on the right here, so let's combine these two. That gets us to 39p. 36p over here. All right, so let's subtract 39p from both sides. Add 24 in the same step. Can. These are opposites, these are opposites. So 36p minus 39p is negative 3p. And then 24 plus 24 is 48. So when we divide by negative 3, I got p is negative 16. All right, distributing on both sides again on number 6, here and here, and here and here. So negative 2 times negative 7p is 14p. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. We are going to have some like terms on the left. 3p plus 5 times 5p is 25p. And 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. And then like terms over here gets us to 16p plus 4. And like terms over here gets us to 28p minus 20. I'm going to subtract the 28p because I prefer my variable on the left. Subtract 4 in the same step. 16p minus 28p is negative 12p. These are opposites, these are opposites. Negative 20 minus 4 more is negative 24. So when we divide both sides by negative 12, we get p equals positive 2. All right, when we jump down to number 7, now we're getting into some absolute values. So you're going to have 2 answers. Once in a while, they are exact opposites of each other, but usually not. So let's try this one. We're going to say that 9a equals 63. And 9a is equal to negative 63. Divide both sides by 9. Get a equals 7. Divide both sides by 9. That looks like an a. Sorry. And that one is negative 7. So in this case, yes, you do have opposites, but not always. So on number 8, we're going to start with p minus 9 equals 13. And then the second equation is going to be p minus 9 equals negative 13. So we're going to add 9 and add 9. So p is 22. Add 9 and add 9. So p is negative 4. Not opposites. All right. Now, before you can do the step that we did in number 7, you have to isolate that absolute value by itself. So we got to subtract the 7 from both sides first, which gives us the absolute value of k plus 8 equals, what is that, 6? Now we can separate it into two equations. We can say k plus 8 equals 6 and k plus 8 equals negative 6. Subtract 8 from both sides. We get k equals negative 2 for that one. Subtract 8 from both sides, and we get k equals negative 14. Same thing with number 10. Got to isolate first. So we have the absolute value of n over 4 equals 2. And now we can rewrite that as two equations. So n over 4 equals 2, and n over 4 equals negative 2. Multiply both sides by 4. We get n equals 8. Multiply both sides by 4. And we get n equals negative 8. All right. Now on number 11 and 12, it looks like we have multiple steps to do before we get some isolation. So add 10 to both sides. Divide both sides by negative 6. Finally, isolated absolute value of 9x, and that's 9, positive 9. So now our two equations are 9x equals 9, and 9x equals negative 9. So this one's going to be x equals 1, and this one's going to be x equals negative 1. All right, number 12, subtract 2 from both sides. So we have 6 times the absolute value of negative 2b equals 60. So when we divide by 6, we get 10. So the absolute value of negative 2b is equal to 10. And then our two equations are negative 2b equals 10 and negative 2b equals negative 10. So when we divide by negative 2, we get b equals negative 5. And over here we get positive 5.